Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. Hope you all are fine. Welcome in online biology class. We have started with the chapter biotechnology, and now we are about to complete this chapter. Many of the things we have completed in this chapter, and today we are going to discuss a very important thing about this chapter, biotechnology. I think this is our 8th session of this chapter, and here in last lecture we have discussed about the applications of biotechnology, and now in this chapter we are going to discuss a very important part, that is the effect of biotechnology on environments. Means बायोटेक्नोलॉजी का इस्तेमाल अगर हद से ज़्यादा हो जाता है तो इन्वायरमेंट पर उसका क्या इफ़ेक्ट हो सकता है, वो सारी बातें हमको इस सेशन में डिस्कस करनी है. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल वी विल सी व्हाट आर द नेगेटिव इफ़ेक्ट्स ऑफ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी on the environment. As you all are aware about that biotechnology has put its step in every field of life, so it is having many negative impacts on environment. Firstly, if we will talk about the biodiversity, so it may harm to the biodiversity because biotechnology potentially threatens biodiversity by introducing a genetically modified organism across a large area. When birds and insects may distribute genetically modified seed into surrounding areas, and it's going to contaminate the non-genetically modified crops. Animals are also not safe from the ill effects of biotechnology, because when people are using over or excess use of certain drugs, it may harm to the animals too. So the animal, insects, or the some kind of birds, if they are feeding on crop, agricultural biotechnology, it may harm to the health of certain animals. It may have ill effects on the life of small insects like butterfly. We can see the example of monarch butterfly, that it is dying in epidemic numbers as a result of exposure to the toxin. So we will see more about monarch butterfly when we will move further. One area of development involves adding the ability to produce pesticide and resistance to specific herbicides. Now, what are herbicides? They are the chemical used to control or to kill the unwanted plants. So these traits are helpful in fruit production, allowing farmers to use fewer chemicals and to grow crops in less than ideal condition. However, herbicide use could be increased, which will have large negative effect on the surrounding environment. Also, unwanted hybrid strains of weeds and other plants can develop resistance to the herbicide through cross pollination, thus negating the potential benefits of the herbicide. So such herbicides which farmers are using or to kill the pests or to kill the unwanted plants, so they are generally a last resort for home gardens, and they have several advantages as well as disadvantage too. But when farmers are using these herbicides, so they may give harm to the environment also, because इसका excess use जब हो जाता है तो sometimes soil may lose its fertility. So such chemicals, whatever have been provided by the to the farmers with the help of biotechnology, it may leads to the harm to the environment. There are certain safety issues also in relation to recombinant DNA टेक्नोलॉजी, बिकॉज डायरेक्टली इसका इफेक्ट जो है वो ह्यूमन लाइफ पे होता है. सो इन DNA टेक्नोलॉजी many organisms, microorganisms say bacteria are commonly used. So to work out on such kind of bacteria, there has always been a concern among scientists and worry among people that there is a possibility that a clone of highly pathogenic recombinant bacteria were made by accident, then escaped from the laboratory and caused an epidemic for which no drugs were available. Nowadays we are suffering from such kind of problem. Maybe we may correlate such epidemic pandemic what we are suffering. We are suffering from corona, so maybe there might be a possibility that this virus might have escaped from such kind of laboratory, and now it is not having any kind of drug. So to treat such kind of problem, recombinant DNA advisory committee was established in the year 1974 in the United States, and this committee is responsible for public concern regarding the safety of manipulation of genetic material through the use of recombinant DNA technique. So after following the rules whatever this committee has made, we can say that we may decrease the chances of such kind of accidents that may happen at the time of the rDNA technology experiments. So by following the rules and the safety measures, we may decrease the chances of such kind of accidents. BT Corn, which produces its own pesticide, is also in use today. We are now aware about the BT crops. Different BT crops are available, but it has also gave one kind of problem, that is it may effects on untargeted species. So it has an adverse effect on monarch butterfly population, which are not the original target of the pesticide, but by default this monarch butterfly species may get harm because of the BT crops. So it can also have unintentional effects on neutral or even beneficial species. So like this way there is a ill effect of biotechnology, we can say, जहाँ पर एक तरफ तो बीटी क्रॉप्स के थ्रू पेस्टिसाइड्स ऑटोमेटिकली किल हो जाते हैं, ख़त्म हो जाते हैं, बट ऑन द अदर साइड इट इज़ गिविंग हार्म to such kind of beneficial species, or we can say untargeted species. So it is also a bad effect of biotechnology on the environment. All it was about plants as well as animals, birds, insects, but biotechnology का ill effect human health के ऊपर भी होता है. Yes, we are having drastic effects of बायोटेक्नोलॉजी ऑन ह्यूमन हेल्थ टू. जब भी बायोटेक्नोलॉजी बेस्ड प्रोडक्ट्स रिलीज़ होते हैं मार्केट में, इट इज़ नॉट ऑलवेज पॉसिबल दैट सबको वो चीज़ सूट कर जाती है. कभी कभी उसकी वजह से बहुत सारी प्रॉब्लम्स हो जाती हैं, स्पेशली ह्यूमन बींग्स में स्किन रिलेटेड प्रॉब्लम्स वहाँ पे हो सकती हैं. तो इन सारी प्रॉब्लम्स में जो सबसे हाईलाइटेड प्रॉब्लम्स होती है वो होती है एलर्जी की. मैनी पीपल डू सफ़र सर्टन काइंड्स ऑफ एलर्जी. जो प्रोडक्ट्स बनते हैं उसको खाने के बाद बहुत सारे लोगों को एलर्जी भी हो सकती है. सो अमंग दैट वी कैन से GMO crops could potentially have negative effects on human health as well. Consumers have developed unexpected allergic reactions. Like example is given over here. Researchers used a gene from the Brazil nut to increase the production of methionine in soybean. एक तरह का एक मिथियोनिन यहाँ पे जीन उसको ट्रांसफ़र किया गया था इन द सोयाबीन. सो यहाँ पे उसका मिथियोनिन का प्रोडक्शन एक्चुअली सोयाबीन में बढ़ाने के लिए, मिथियोनिन इज़ अ प्रोटीन, तो सोयाबीन में प्रोटीन का कंटेंट बढ़ाने के लिए दे हैव यूज्ड दिस काइंड ऑफ ड्रग मिथियोनिन in the soyabeans, but the insertion of this gene inadvertently caused allergic reactions to the soybean in those with known nut allergies, जिसको नाम दिया गया बायोटेक सोयाबीन. सो आफ्टर यूजिंग दिस बायोटेक सोयाबीन मैनी पीपल मे गेट एलर्जी. उस टाइम पे बहुत सारी एलर्जी जो है वहाँ पे नोट की गई, एंड दैट इज़ द रीज़न ये जो बायोटिक सोयाबीन्स थे दैट वाज नॉट गेव अ गुड इम्पैक्ट ऑन द ह्यूमन हेल्थ. Because GMO technology has been available for such a short amount of time, there is relatively little research which has been conducted on the long-term effects on health, which we cannot anticipate at this point. So we can say that after using GMO crops we may have long term effects on the environment, जिसको हम लोग anticipate नहीं कर सकते at this point because still researches are going on in this field, और अभी तक काम इस पर चल ही रहा है. तो इसीलिए हम लोग ये लॉन्ग टर्म इफ़ेक्ट कब तक होगा और इसको कैसे हम लोग क्लीन कर सकते हैं या क्लियर कर सकते हैं, हम वो नहीं बता सकते. Another effect of biotechnology is on the sources of protein content. In last class we have seen that how transgenic animals are prepared for the purpose of upcoming proteins, or we can say to increase the protein content by milk as well as with the help of meat production. So till now whatever proteins that have never been ingested before by humans are now part of the foods that people consume every day. Their potential effects on the human body are as of yet unknown. Many kind of proteins are available. Packed protein हमारे यहाँ जो है वो बहुत सारा अवेलेबल हो जाता है. तो ऐसे ऐसे प्रोटीन सोर्सेज हम लोग इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं दैट वी हैव नॉट येट हर्ड ऑल्सो. इसके अलावा जो है वो बायो फोर्टिफाइड फूड का एक कंसेप्ट था जिसमें न्यूट्रिशनल वैल्यू फूड की बढ़ा दी जाती है. तो उस तरीके से भी ये कहा जाता है कि सिर्फ सिंपली ये फूड आप यूज़ करोगे तो आपके उसके थ्रू जो है वो डिफेंस मैकेनिज्म स्टार्ट बिल्टअप हो जाएगा बॉडी के अंदर, या प्रोटीन कंटेंट आपका बढ़ जाएगा. बट विच काइंड ऑफ प्रोटीन, वेदर इट इज़ नोन और अननोन टू अस, दैट वी डोंट नो बिकॉज स्टिल रिसर्चेस आर गोइंग ऑन. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो रेज्ड अ क्वेश्चन अगेंस्ट द यूज ऑफ बायोटेक्नोलॉजी. After GM crops, there is also one more thing we heard that after eating the GM crops we may get the additional nutrients. जैसे कि अभी मैंने fortified food की बात की. So this is all kind of food what we are getting. So this availability of technology can provide nutrition and disease resistance to those countries that don't have the means to provide these otherwise. Because in India people are not getting a simple type of food. तो ऐसी countries को ये इस तरीके के such is showing a dreams simply when they are not getting a simple food. तो वहाँ पे जो है वो इस तरीके के ख्वाब दिखाना कि आपको सिंपल आप जब भी खा लोगे तो आपका जो है वो न्यूट्रिशनल क्वालिटी बढ़ जाएगी. बट however there is a possibility of the creation of antibiotic and vaccine resistant strains of this disease. So this shows that the vast advances in life sciences and our multicultural and pluralistic modern societies create numerous bioethical problems requiring some stringent regulation. So in terms of GMOs, the Indian government has set up the Genetic Engineering Approval Committee. This organization makes a decision regarding the validity of a research involving GMOs and address the safety of GMOs introduced for public issue. So it may give a certain kind of a relief for the poor people, we can say, where they may get the ample amount of a good quality of food. Because every now and then we are hearing about the advantages of GMO over the normal crop or staple crop. So by this we may say that इस तरह के जो कमिटीज़ अगर सेट होती है तो इस तरीके से एक तरह की पब्लिक को यूज़ करने के लिए थोड़ी सी सहूलत हो जाती है. Now all this is about the effects of the biotechnology and effect of biotechnology on environment. Now we have to see one more important concept, that is biopatent. Now what is this patent? A patent is a special right granted to the inventor by the government. Patent is a personal property of inventor. For example, I have invented certain things. तो वो things government के through मेरी वो property होगी and I'll be having the right on that particular property whether to sell or not to sell. So this तरीके का जो है वो bio patent का एक concept होता है biotechnology में. Now patents are granted for biological entities and for products derived from biological resources. I am having the resources and I have invented certain things. Say for example, one plant I have planted in my garden and that is belong to my personal property. So I'll be having the right, I'll be having the biological entity. I am the biological entity for that particular product and that is derived from my whatever biological resources I am having. Now we will talk about a patent. Patent consists of three important parts, that is grant, means agreement with the inventor. Specification, that is subject matter of invention. And claims, that is scope of invention to be protected. So after completion of all three phenomena, people are inventing the things and they are getting award for such invention. Say for the invention of microorganisms, cell lines, genetically modified strains, DNA sequences, biotechnological processes, products and product application. So इस तरीके के बहुत सारे awards which is getting recognized real innovative contributions made by the inventor to the cause of human welfare. So some associations are there what we have discussed earlier. तो ये वो associations है जो इन फील्ड में अच्छा काम करने पर लोगों को awards भी देती है. So the awards are given to inculcate encouragement and value in developing scientific culture and in emphasizing the role of biology in shaping human society. Okay, so Indian patent allows process patent and not the product patent. Biopatent allow the patent holder to exclude other from making, using, selling or importing protected invention for a limited period of time. Duration of biopatent is 5 years from the date of the grant or 7 years from the date of filling the patent application, whichever is very less. So such kind of cases also we may observe in the field of biopatent, we can say. So these are the certain rules what the committee has given for the patentship. पेटेंट वो होता है जिसने उस चीज़ को इन्वेंट किया है एंड पीपल आर गिविंग अ रिवॉर्ड फॉर इट ऑल्सो. सो इस तरीके का हम लोगों को बहुत सारे एग्जांपल्स देखने को मिलते हैं. वी माइट हैव हर्ड दैट मेनी इन्वेंशंस आर देयर बाय द डिफरेंट फेमस साइंटिस्ट. तो इस तरीके का जो है वो बहुत सारे हमको एग्जांपल्स मिलते हैं. सो फर्स्ट पेटेंट का जो एग्जांपल यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है दैट इज़ द preparation or we can say invention of the pseudomonas, that is a bacterium. So the first biopatent was a patent pertaining to genetically engineered bacterium pseudomonas. आप लोग आपके 10th standard में भी पढ़ चुके हो कि pseudomonas is used to for clearing the oil spills. So patent under the title control of plant gene expression was issued jointly to Delta and Pineland Company and US Department of Agriculture. So all it is based on the gene that produces a protein toxic to plants, thus do not allow seeds to germinate. सो इस तरह के मैक्सिमम जो काम होते हैं वो यूएस कंट्रीज़ में, फॉरेन कंट्रीज़ में होते हैं. एंड समटाइम इट हैपन दैट इंडियन गवर्नमेंट विल नॉट अ ग्रांट or they may not get a grant by Indian government because such a patent is considered morally unacceptable and fundamentally unequitable. Up you might have heard about the BT crops. Okay, so BT crops के बारे में ये बहुत ही एक फेमस टेक्निक्स और द एक्सपेरिमेंटल प्रोडक्ट्स हैं BT ब्रिंजल एज वेल एज BT कॉटन, बट इट इज़ नॉट एक्सेप्टेड बाय इंडियन पीपल. बहुत ही फेमस ये फॉरेन कंट्रीज़ में बहुत ही सक्सेसफुली इसका इस्तेमाल भी हो रहा है. But Indian government has not given permission because according to Indian people, Indian government, it is not acceptable because morally unacceptable we can say. So इस तरह के जो है वो cases होते हैं with respect to the patency. So here we will stop. It is I think enough for today. There is a last concept remaining in this chapter that is called as biopiracy. Next time I will explain you about that biopiracy. That is also a very interesting chapter and many good examples are there that you should aware about. So आप लोग जो है वो अभी तक जो भी आज explain किया है, you just go through, try to correlate it with your PDF and please start preparing notes. Okay, so till that take care. Assalamu alaikum.